What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, special request. Someone said to me, hey man, how come you never make predictions? I'll give you something real simple. I'm not afraid of making any type of predictions. But for me, it's not about... For me, I don't get anything out of making a prediction. It's not like I'm trying to show you how intelligent I am with boxing, and I know this and I know that about boxing. We can all have our opinions on what we... I just want to see a good fight, okay? But I'm going to give you guys a prediction. And I'm going to say this with 110% confidence. See, I'm not afraid to be wrong, and a lot of you are. And I'm also not speaking off of emotion or who I like better or... No, I'm going by what I see. So let me give y'all this prediction. And remember this, okay? Because if it turns out that it goes the other way, so be it. As long as I'm not betting money on the fight, I don't care. But guess what? I'm going to bet on this one. So let me make this prediction and put it on record. So, you know, all of this, oh, he don't make predictions. Oh, people always ask me, well, who I think is going to win. That's all good. But let me say this, because I'm about to make a bold prediction based on what I see from both fighters. And I also have a message for all of you fanboys that love to make your little predictions and then get quiet when the shit backfire, like y'all always do. If I make a prediction and let's say it doesn't happen the way I thought it was, I'll be the first to congratulate that fighter, because I'm not afraid, like I said, to be wrong. Not afraid of any goddamn thing. So here's the deal. We have a fight coming up between Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez, right? So this is what I'm saying. Okay. Since y'all want a prediction, my prediction is this. Shakur Stevenson is going to beat the shit out of Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez is a strong fighter, okay? He shows guts in the ring. He's a fighter. He's supposed to. Shakur Stevenson is better than him at everything. Every department, he's better than him. So even when y'all say, oh, but he's too strong, you guys still don't learn. History doesn't teach you guys a lesson, does it? You know, what's the last guy that Tank just fought? He was fucking strong, right? Wasn't enough. You know, Jojo Diaz wasn't enough. Just being strong is not what it all comes down to. Rolly Romero, all he talks about is his power. You've never heard Rolly Romero break down how technical savvy he is. He's always, I hit harder than this guy. I'm way stronger than this guy. I'm big. That's all he ever talks about, right? So when you're talking about power punches, how long have you been hearing Deontay Wilder fans talk about how hard he hits, right? Plain and simple. You know, we heard Errol Spence telling Terrence Crawford, you know, they fought some of the same guys that asked whether it was in sparring or whatever as well. And what did Terrence Crawford say? Ask those same guys you named, ask them what I did to them. And then Spence says, ask them who hit harder though. Like you told, it don't matter. You knocked them out, I knocked them out. So what does it matter who hit harder? Bottom line, we both got the knockout. My focus is me and you. Simple. It's not all about power. But at the same time, Shakur has power. Shakur has speed, a sharp boxing IQ, and I feel like he's underrated. Oscar Valdez is a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? And plain and simple, I just think that he's going to get fucked all the way up. And I think Shakur is going to stop him, whether it's by knockout or TKO. I think he gets the stoppage. Now, we'll see what happens. But for you fanboys, all the little immature fanboys out there, this is what I'm going to say to you. Don't sit here and say Shakur Stevens is oh, he ain't fought nobody, he's overrated, he ain't fought nobody. But then after he beat the fuck out of Oscar Valdez, don't start talking this bullshit about, oh, Oscar Valdez is overrated, he ain't that good anyway. Then at the same time, don't fucking say Shakur Stevenson ain't shit. But then if Oscar Valdez beats him, right? And then people start to question Oscar Valdez and say he ain't fought nobody. Don't say, oh, he beat Shakur Stevenson. Why? Because you said Shakur Stevenson was overrated and wasn't shit. Why? Because somebody like Rolly Romero or fucking Ryan Garcia always want to call somebody a shit fighter. And then when Ryan Garcia got dropped by Luke Campbell, y'all praised him because he got back up. Yet, Devin Haney gets caught with a good shot, wobbles a little bit, but don't go down. And y'all talk about, oh man, he got rocked by that guy. Well, was Luke Campbell an elite fighter? Nope. Luke Campbell's a guy that fought guys and always fell up short when he got his championship fights. I commend Luke for trying and going in there doing his best against these guys, but he wasn't an elite fighter, never, at no point in time. And that's the biggest fight in Ryan Garcia's career. That's his biggest win to date, Luke Campbell. When Shakur Stevenson beat Jamel Herring, before that fight, all I was hearing was how Jamel was going to be too experienced. He was going to do this, he's going to do that. After he lost, oh, man, he old, man. Oh, okay, now he's old. Okay, I get it. It's always an excuse. People can't just say, hey, man, the better man won. So that's my prediction. And I'm only giving this prediction because, listen, there's many times I see in my head what I think is going to happen. And pretty much, man, you know, anyway, it is what it is. I just really don't like to get into the predictions. You know, it's not about favoritism with me, man, because there's times I see guys who I think is better than others. And the guy that I want to see win is like, I don't know if he's going to beat this guy because, you know, I give credit where it's due. But just keep that same energy. Because after Shakur Stevens beat that ass, and after he unified the division, after he beat that ass, don't make no fucking excuses as to what happened. You know, even if I think even if Oscar in the beginning is probably going to be his best chance to, like, you know, look good in the fight. But as the fight goes on top of that, I just see Shakur Stevenson breaking him down, fucking him up, and it just beating the fuck out of him, man. I seen Oscar fight, man. And like I say, he's a good fighter. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. He's a good fighter. Take nothing from him. He's a good fighter. But let's understand something. Shakur Stevenson is skilled as fuck. And you know what it is? Because the public is not making such a big, big talk about him. You guys think that the only people that's really the top fighters are the ones that people bring to the forefront and mention their names. But that's okay. Y'all gonna see, in my opinion, y'all gonna see how good he is. I mean, I knew before he beat Jamel Herring that the kid was talented, but you're going to see. And should he go to 135? All right? Should he go to 135? Because after he beat Oscar Valdez, I mean, there's still fighters there, don't get me wrong, but 135 got bigger names. So, my thing with 135 is, for some reason, most of the fighters at 135 are missing in action or just make every excuse to not fight who they're supposed to fight. So he comes up to 135. That shit to be seen. We'll deal with that if and when it happens. But yeah. All right, you hearing it from Aries. Now you hear my prediction. Shakur Stevenson is going to beat the natural shit out of Oscar Valdez, in my opinion. And I'm only giving it because y'all asked for it. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.